like 120.
Like we were saying, somewhere in between.
Like maybe if it killed it like 120, 110 even. Like I think it would be fine.
Definitely possible. So.
Anyway, enough talking about Pichu. We got Pikachu's.
Do we?
We got two of them.
Is this real? Chat, is this real? Or are we?
This a button check? Nope, they're playing. Okay.
Well, all right then. So, yeah, I was just saying, like, I feel like I've heard the name Slate before, but I'm just trying to remember like what is going on. So, we have a rat ditto. This is. This will be interesting because we are talking about all the ways that like Pikachu like can do some great things, but like has its limitations. What do you do when you're playing yourself? Like,
it's a lot of just kind of who can get you up to go percent first, and then who can get the kills first.
Yeah.
Like it kind of ends up boiling down to what you'd expect it to be when it comes to a Ditto of this sort. But again, this I feel like is particularly a Ditto that you don't see often. And you know, in general, the nature of oh wow, good forward smash there. But the nature of the Ditto is like no matter what character is okay. I'm not even sure what's happening. Like I'm just trying to talk about the Ditto, and meanwhile like stocks are disappearing.
Trying to go deep for an edge guard in SD'd.
It'd be that way sometimes.
You saw Slate laughing.
Oh, we're going away.
Good. Well, and simultaneously quick attacking. We have definitely a video game moment within the video game.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, what I was trying to say before is that the Ditto is naturally an even matchup because both characters, if they have an option that's strong against themselves, both players have that. So, but I feel like Pikachu is particularly good at dealing with Pikachu's options, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of Pikachu's evasiveness is very good at handling Pikachu's pressure's options. So it's definitely going to be a lot of very awkward neutral interactions, and definitely you're not going to be seeing a lot of those longer combos as well because of Pikachu's stature and pancaking. So it's going to be a lot to juggle for both of these players.
It really is.
And it's also just like a lot of getting value out of these small 1 to 2 hit combos that are like 1 hit openings, 2 hit openings, whatever. Like you can't even call them combos at that point because it's really just going to be nickeling and diming each other into advantage or disadvantage, and then just seeing how long you can keep one of them under wraps.
Yeah.
At least at the moment, again, pretty even between these two.
It really is.
For the dash attack, or looking for the down smash, not going to find it, but the up smash going to be able to take it out. Apartment doing in a pretty comfortable position, up at 72%. Again, Pikachu very much so a stranger to killing early. Like the up throw there, not going to be able to go for a thunder or anything off of it. And the taunt coming out, the little mix-up, I love it. The mind games are so real in the Ditto too, man.
They really are from so many aspects.
Oh man, it's definitely a bizarre matchup to watch too, because I feel like of the Dittos, Pikachu being a particularly uncommon and hard to play top tier, it was a lot more ambiguous. You definitely don't see this Ditto a lot, so it's kind of hard to talk about. You'll see Steve Dittos, you'll see Sonic Dittos, because a lot of people play Steve and Sonic. You'll see Captain Falcon Dittos, you'll see whatever other Dittos of high tiers, but Pikachu, not so much.
No.
So
like I've only seen like Pikachu Dittos like only a few other times, and that's like spread out across, but
indeed.
Wow.
It's very interesting too. The Ditto is most Dittos are entertaining to one degree or another, but I feel like there's just this degree of chaos to watching specifically Pikachu, because again, Pikachu has both some of the best edge guarding in the game as well as the best edge trapping in the game.
That's true.
So it's very bizarre. Good
Case in point.
So it's very funny too, because then you see the slightest mistake on an edge guard, and then you have both like some of the strongest edge guard escape options going up against some of the best edge trapping options in the game. And it's a very funny war of the worlds, if that makes any sense. Fighting your inner demons to some degree.
Yeah. not a lot of other. We've pretty much described all of the different ways that is, but Yeah, so we will see. We go now to, yeah, we're going to go to Hollow Bastion and some other scenery. But
Okay.
we'll see if apT can continue this bit of momentum that he has after a closely contested Ditto with Slate.
Yeah, again, it was a pretty close game one. It didn't really feel like either player had super strong download on each other. A lot of back and forths, a lot of reversals. Good forward air coming out from Slate, though, to get that first stock under wraps. A very strong opening, and immediately turning it into a little bit of a combo to start off stock number 2. Both these players, you know, very eager to continue onward, but yeah, oh my God, this is such a bizarre match.
It really is.
It's very confusing too, because again, Pikachu's a very sporadic character. You know, we're in this specific matchup, we talked about it briefly, but you're not going to be seeing a lot of these longer combos. So it's a lot of like very sudden momentum shifts. It's like all of a sudden, oh, I got 1 or 2 hits, and then oh, you're in a punishable position. Now I'm going to get 2 hits on you, and then it's so back and forth so quickly because there's nobody really getting an extended advantage state. Which is it's a very peculiar position to be in as a commentator.
Yeah.
This is a good litmus test, though. It's like, can I do my job? I don't know. Can I like go back and forth between these two? Right now, it's kind of sounding like the answer is no. But hey, you know what? That's what the opportunity of growth as a caster is.
Yeah.
Just figuring it out. If you can't commentate double Pikachu, then what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Same way for these players too, because like figuring out like not just like fighting your inner demon and like fighting against your fellow rat, but you've got a top 16 spot like on the line, and like at the risk of like staying in this bracket, the winner of this plays Kale in 13th place match. So that's gonna be very important to like see who, if apT continues here, or can Slate kind of steal the momentum away like he's doing right now.
Yeah, again, we're seeing a lot of these like sort of goofy interactions as well, where we're seeing Pikachu escape from Pikachu's jank. Like, Pikachu is a character that's great at falling out of multi-hits, and then also a character filled with multi-hits. So it's just a whole lot of these interactions where nothing is working and everything is crumbling apart. It almost feels like personification of Smash Bros. To some degrees. It's like nothing is working and everything is working. So it's all a part of a greater plan that we are just not privy to, man. The Pikachus are doing some crazy stuff. Hold on, though. The first Nair loops we've seen this set so far. And again, it's very hard to keep Pikachu under wraps long enough for a Nair loop. So extra bonus points there to apT for managing to get that one off.
Absolutely. So now we've got even stock between these two. See if apT can continue here, or see if Slate does a little bit of game stealing.
I mean, again, it's very close. Slate had a strong opening, but apT has been doing a really good job at just kind of evening things out. Has the advantage currently. See, a little bit of clank. The classic. The clank is one of the most beautiful parts of the Ditto, really. It's so funny just watching the singular Pikachu brain cell go back and forth.
See who wants to steal it more.
Absolutely. Big forward smash there from Slate. Again, you've been seeing a lot of attempts at these forward smash. What's interesting, though, is I'm not seeing a lot of like quick attacks to center stage or using quick attacks to get off of ledge. It's a lot of them just kind of choosing to get up and, you know, just try to brute force their way past each other.
Yeah.
So it's definitely indicative. They both kind of have that similar play style of like, they just want to be in each other's face. They just want to play they're playing Smash the way God intended. Looking for it. Forward tilt, not going to kill just yet. 146% on Slate here. Both these characters honestly at kill percent. The dash is not going to be enough to do it, though.
So Slate is going to steal it, and we are at even 1 games apiece between these two.
Guaranteed 4-game set. I would love to see this go to a game 5. I want to see how much my brain melts trying to understand the Pikachu Ditto.
It'll probably be like apT, sure, we got the, nope, not today. So you Pika, it's like the Pika, the giant squish model, or just like the sleeping expression. But
I really want to see at some point during this, I want to see one of them hit like a really long Pikachu string and then like drop the last hit of it and then have the other one punish and kill them for it. Like I want that like
that would be funny, but also unfortunate.
No, I want to see, it's like the Bayonetta experience, but with Pikachu. There you go, getting a little bit of a thunder interruption there to get things out. Really only been seeing that primarily from Slate to get out of combos, so definitely a good call. Double down air though, Slate once again with a great opening. Sour hit into sweet hit too. Again, not a combo you get to see every day, but great awareness from Slate to look for it. We're seeing some solid damage here. apT gonna have a little healthy bit of guesswork, healthy bit of not even just guesswork, just work in general cut out for him to get himself back into it. But is doing a good job at getting these openings here, getting some damage on. Slate starting to get some extra credit of his own, however, looking to pull together a bit more. He's got a trip off the Clank once again. Again, there's something very fun about Clank specifically in the Ditto.
Yeah, but we've already had so many interesting things happening like in this set alone, where it's just like, this is happening and we're living in it. This was like,
this is Pikachu's world. We're just spectators to it.
We really are, yeah.
That's all it is. But again, we have seen Slate able to get a very healthy amount of damage on the board. Still has not dropped that first stock. Again, Pikachu, as we mentioned before, a character that can struggle a little bit to close out those stocks, especially in those tight neutral situations. You don't really have first kill options per se. You just have off-stage pressure, and then Pikachu is also some of the best at getting out of off-stage situations. So it's just it's been a lot of looking for dash attacks or setup or call-outs with like up smash, occasionally a drag down nair into up smash. But it is Slate holding on to a full stock lead at the moment. Definitely a very comfortable position. It's definitely got to feel good if you're in Slate's shoes.
You really do, especially with how you're able to clutch up last game. If you're able to get this game as well, like, and be up 2-1 on set points, that's got to feel good, especially because again, this is a loser's match, and if you lose here, you're out at 17.
I think both of these players have higher aspirations for themselves. I think both of them, you know, they're on the cusp of top 16. They definitely want to be the Pikachu rep that is going to be in there. So the pressure is definitely mounted for both of them as they contest each other for that opportunity. Yeah. Do either of these players have a secondary? Like, is that something that's on the table?
I don't know. Like I said, I've seen apT a couple times before, but I've only seen them play Pikachu, so.
I am very curious if it's going to be the Pikachu Ditto all the way through, or if it gets like awkward for one of them, if they're going to pull out like a secondary character.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like just the mental of being in the Ditto is like annoying and stressful. Right now though, game a lot closer to even. We're seeing apT getting some damage here, evening up the stock, getting the percentage a lot closer to point of equilibrium. Slate, though, not going to be giving it up without a fight. Down air, not going to be spiking there. Wouldn't have killed anyway, but again, would have sent a very strong message, to say the least.
Yeah. It's like they already had the interaction of like coming up the ledge together of like, well, we got to reset. Who's going to win out here?
Again, it's very interesting looking at this matchup and looking at the set. For the last 2 games now, it's been Slate with like these really strong openings, really disgusting early stocks. And then it gets really close, and then all of a sudden Slate wins it again. So Slate's been doing good here. But if apT can stay in a contentious position in that first stock, he's been bringing him back really consistently, really strongly. So I am curious to see how much Slate needs that extra credit from that first stock, or if he's able to continue being back and forth perpetually throughout the match.
Yeah, that is going to be, especially with how, like, oddly back and forth this thing has been. Like, I say oddly because of like we've been saying all set, like, Pikachu Ditto has been just very interesting in itself. So we are going to town for game 4. So this is going to be, some of these offstage interactions are going to be a little more, require a lot more perspiration than initially expected.
Most certainly, as we hop into Town City for game number 4, this is going to be a slower game. Just naturally off of the side as the stage, it's going to be a lot more of a bit of a slog. It's definitely a good opening from apT this game. Really strong start, just a quick 0 to 70, and still going. That advantage state has not been quenched just yet. Finally going to be dropping it, going back to a neutral position, and now Slate getting an opportunity to open a little bit. Not going to get too much off of it, though, before he's sent right back off stage, with apT having a pretty confident download, it seems, at least on this first stock. But the unfortunate apT. Now, for the first time in a while now, we're seeing Slate having to play from that early deficit.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage initially from the part of apT. Oh, hello.
Boy.
Controller issue? That's not good.
What happens here? Is it just a dropped stock?
Well, not in this. If there's like an accidental pause, that'd be the case, but
I don't know how it works if it's a controller disconnect.
a lot could happen. Like they could be like just play out, or but because like I didn't see or hear a low battery notification. They might just like decide to like.
Okay, they just both drop their stock and they're moving on.
Okay. We'll have a little homie stock, but.
We love it. We love the homie stock indeed, but apT still in a very confident position.
Oh, that might be a good point. Slate might be using a Pro GCC, so there might be a little bit of interference with the cord and the GameCube adapter.
Yeah.
Even though it is a first party, it is prone to happening. Nothing is perfect.
Unfortunately.
But it's...
The Pikachu Ditto is perfect.
In the eyes of some. But regardless of that, it looks like a Game 5 is very possible for not just that unfortunate pause, but also with how the set ended and like apT just like kind of quietly racked up all that damage and only took one hit.
Yeah, like I feel like apT...
Almost 6%.
Yeah. No, it definitely feels like apT's in a good position at the moment. You know, anything is possible. Pikachu can get a lot of damage on. And, you know, also Pikachu can struggle to kill. So apT doesn't have this game locked just yet. Now he does. Now he does.
Yep.
He got there.
We did.
A bit of a goofy game 4. It's fine. That's why we have a best of 5.
Definitely a lot going on, but...
It's definitely, you know, if you're in Slate's shoes, you just kind of got to kick back, relax a little bit, shake it off. You know, stuff like that happens. Can't let it hound on you for too long, you know?
No. Especially because now it's definitely win or go home.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is for all the marbles, the emergency best of 1.
There's so much urgency to this. Like, you kind of have the situation of like the last Game 5 that we had. Like you've under different circumstances, of course. Like you've brought each other to the brink, and now who wants it more?
Good question.
Whoa.
We're gonna find out.
Gentlemening to FD Magicants? Okay.
I respect it.
I love the aesthetic.
I implore you, if you are a Smash player, I implore you, please, if you're gonna pick FD, do it, or Battlefield for that matter.
Yeah.
Please use an Omega form of a stage or the Battlefield form of a stage. They added that feature for a good reason. I love Battlefield. I love FD. I want to see some more, man.
Have some fun with it. Like, come on.
So, I mean, Pikachu does pretty good on FD, but so does Pikachu. so definitely going to be a very interesting matchup as opposed to all the other stages and all the other games we've seen. Right now, apT off to a phenomenal start. Once again, very explosive opening, only 18% in comparison to the 102 that has been piled on to Slate already. Good forward tilt, getting him off stage. Not going to try to stale out the dash attack just yet. That dash attack, not going to kill even with it being fresh.
Yeah, it's kind of like how last game started. Like apT just kind of like casually and quietly dished out a lot of damage, and then you've got Slate just trying to return the favor in whatever way he can, like find an approach, find something to at least like at least answer back to the same, if not a higher degree, because now especially like we said, this is a winner game home. Like winner moves on and gets at least 13th, and losers just, you're out.
Indeed, this is for all the marbles, and you can definitely feel that sense of urgency as these two play. Both of them looking for big call-outs. So we're seeing Slate getting some really good damage on now, even despite the deficit. So we are seeing that Slate, even in the deficit position, is able to play pretty solidly. It's just a question of finding those openings. Now we're seeing the, speaking of finding those openings, though, apT looking to get some of that extra credit online. And so far doing a really good job at, just holding on, staying alive, trying to find these openings. There's the up tilt, going to get the re-grab, and it's going to be turning into a lot more damage. That's just going to keep on piling up. That Pikachu advantage state is oppressive, even against a character like Pikachu, who has one of the best disadvantage states in the game.
Yep.
Looking for those up smash now, maybe a little bit of desperation. The jab lock, the forward smash, not going to be killing just yet. Good T-jolt interruption on the up B, not going to amount to too much. Here's the grab. Up throw is going to be enough to kill with 105% rage.
Had all that, like both rage on both sides, and looked like apT was going to make that out of time or have a 2-stock deficit, but we'll just go back to the 1. So tournament life here for Slate.
An awkward position to be in, to say the least. We'll see if Slate's able to get some good openings. But again, we've seen before that Slate is very capable of finding like really big damage, really big combos, really and even some early kills, even on a character like Pikachu. So it's definitely not over yet, but we are seeing these lightning loops starting to take form. We're seeing apT in a very, very solid spot still. But it's not going uncontested. He's not running away with an advantage state, and he has not gotten enough damage on the board to really call it over yet.
Not quite, no.
In the meantime, we are every single interaction here that Slate is eating damage. It's just that much closer to getting yourself knocked out of this bracket. It's every single trade here being so detrimental. Going for the up throw into the Thunder, but gonna get eaten by a Thunder itself, and that's gonna be it.
Ah, wow. Unfortunate there.
There's that shake of the head coming out there, just shaking that one off. Definitely a bit of a goofy set,
yeah, Very, very goofy Pika team kill, but Maryland is defended, so.
Home region, woo!
Yippee!
I was not expecting the yippee jump scare. It was great, though.
Forgive me.